Greetings everyone, welcome to my Destroid video. By the time this video comes out, pretty much everyone will have heard about the BS Wizards of the Coast has pulled. I was in the middle of making this video when that happened. I decided not to change my sweater for continuity, but this will be the last time you see anything Wizards of the Coast in any of my videos. And I need to apologize for last week. That sound, if you're hearing it, is a heater at my feet because it is still cold where I am right now. I hope you enjoy the video. Destroids. As you can see, these are the different models. The funny part is I could read each of these descriptions word for word and then almost do a mic drop because they are perfect descriptions of what the mech is. I kind of like that. Excalibur. Defense Assault. Multi-purpose weapon system includes particle beam guns, short and long-range missiles, massive destructive potential. Gladiator. Defense Assault. Also used for riot control and reconnaissance. Superior hand-to-hand capabilities, short-range missiles, and lasers. Mach 2, Defense Assault. Basically a giant walking artillery unit with 4 autocannons and particle guns. Radar 10, Defense Assault Aircraft. 2 double-barrel autoguns. Spartan, Defense Assault. Also used in demolitions, massive, heavy long-range missile combatants. This picture here is of a Spartan. As you can see, they're basically just walking missile platforms. Destroids are non-transformable ground mecha, used for assault, defense, riot control, and reconnaissance. Now, they use the term non-transformable with each Destroid, so I'm not going to reread that every single time. They are generally lumbering giants which resemble the Veritech in battle mode. Most are armed with a variety of missiles, autocannons, and energy weapons. They might best be thought of as walking artillery. This section here just talks about how the Destroids are like the Veritech fighters, where they have protoculture and are very powerful machines. Sensors and equipment standard to all Destroids. Radar, radio video communications, laser targeting system, combat computer, external audio pickup, loudspeakers, thermal imager, night vision optics, reinforced pilot's compartment, heat and radiation shields, internal oxygen circulation systems, fuel capacity, once again protoculture, 180-degree rotation. All Destroids except the Mach 2 can rotate their torsos 180 degrees. When we see the Mach 2, you'll see why. The Excalibur Mark 6. The Excalibur is a mecha used as an assault and defense heavy weapon system aboard the SDF-1 and on Earth. The Excalibur is an all-around combat machine. It has long-range as well as short-range capabilities. It has very little in the way of hand-to-hand combat. Its arms are guns, but it can shoot its enemies at point-blank range with its short-range weapons, making it highly versatile. As you can see, its MDC stats reflect that, as its stats are higher than the Veritech. That is due to the fact that it is meant for more heavy combat, where the Veritech is meant to fight, but it is also meant to move fast, therefore less armor. You can see its speed, height, weight. This is what I mean by the Excalibur is not very good with hand-to-hand. You can hit something with the barrel, but it's not going to do as much damage as something with an actual fist. But its weapons here in its chest are perfect for short range, even point-blank shots. Weapon combat summary. The Excalibur has a twin-barrel M89 machine gun, 2 gun clusters, each have the following: short-range laser, 32mm autocannon, 180mm grenade launcher, and a flamethrower. Like I said, designed for even point-blank range combat. Particle beam arms, missile shoulder pods, medium-range missile pods, leg missile pods, alternate mode of attack, hand-to-hand, though I don't recommend it. I'll scroll down to the bottom of the page so you can pause and read this if you want for the full description, but seeing as I'll be just covering a lot of this in combat, there should be enough time for you to pause. All right. The Gladiator. The Gladiator is a mech used as a defensive weapon system in deep space aboard the SDF-1 and by the Earth Defense Force. They are literally the grunts of the military. They have primarily hand-to-hand and missile abilities, which make them very useful. As you can see, their stats vary from the Excalibur. Some areas are stronger, some areas are weaker. This reflects the fact that they are meant for a different style of combat. As you can see, they do have a few guns on them, but they have primarily the missiles and their ability to hold weapons. Weapons combat summary. They have laser turrets, gun clusters, short-range laser, 32mm autocannon, 180mm grenade launcher, a flamethrower, missile launcher pods, alternative modes of attack. Now this is one I would say you can take into hand-to-hand combat and feel confident, because it is designed for hand-to-hand combat as well. Speed, height, weight, length, width, the engine. Once again, I'll make sure to show the whole page so you can pause and read if you want. the Mach 2. The Mach 2 is the largest ground-crushing mech ever operated by mankind. This is the mech that stated earlier cannot turn 180 degrees, which is something you are about to see. As you can see, its MDC stats are significantly higher, and this is the Mach 2. As you can see, it has no torso that can actually turn, hence the reason why it does not have that ability. Now, interesting enough, instead of putting the weapon summary in with the picture, it comes at the end. I'll still wait in areas to let you read this, but I'll be reading off everything off the weapons list. Weapons Combat Summary. 4 40 cm autocannons. I'm not entirely sure what CM stands for. Tri-laser cannons. As you can see, that's the arms. Alternative modes of attack. Triple barrel missile launcher. Stomp punch. Still wouldn't recommend you stomp or punch anything with this thing, but it can. The Radar 10. The Radar 10 is a mech used as anti-aircraft unit aboard the SDF-1 by the UN, SPICY, and local Earth governments. It is literally a walking radar. As you can see by its MDC stats, it is not really meant for combat. What it is meant to do is anti-aircraft, detect aircraft, and shoot them down. Speed, height, weight, length, average for a mech. This is the Radar X's primary purpose. Shoot down aircraft. Weapon summary. As you can see, attacks per melee, it says special. I'll cover that in combat. Its weapons are a double-barrel laser, alternative modes of attack, autocannons, and hand-to-hand. Once again, not a mech I suggest you get hand-to-hand combat with. The Spartan. This thing can devastate a large area. Very easy. Weapon summary is very simple. Missile launchers and potential hand-to-hand, but this one I actually would recommend run before you try hand-to-hand, because you're not going to get very far with such short arms. The Spartan is a mech used for long-range attack and defense. As you can see, MDC by location, it's pretty average for a mech, and that's all the weapon systems. Should have been here long enough for you to read. Here's something interesting that I will read. Note, the Spartan cannot jump, leap, kick, or climb. Vehicles here? That is next week's video. And that's the video. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed making it. And like I said, next week's video will be vehicles. Hope to see you there. Have a great week.